Expectations not backed with caution lead to disaster. Welcome to Sign 27 of Section 3 of Chapter 3 of the Holy Quran. Namshi. تولج الليل في النهار وتولج النهار في الليل. Thou causes the night to gain on the day. وتولج وتولج الحي وتولج الحي من الموت وتولج الموت من الحي. And thou causes the day to gain on the night, and bringest the living. Oh, we did that, sorry. And bringest this part, the part I just read. Let me see. Yeah, Toruju al-Haya min al-Mait, wa Toruju al-Maita min al-Hayyin. Thou bringest the living out of the death, al-Haya min al-Mait, and thou bringest the death out of the living. Wa Toruju al-Mait min al-Hayyin. Yes, min al-Hayyin. We have, okay, we haven't finished yet. Let's finish this whole sentence first. وترزق وترزق من يشاء بغير الحساب وترزق من يشاء بغير الحساب. And thou givest sustenance, turzuku. Thou givest sustenance, turzuku. No, it's not turzuku, it's tarzuku, sorry. And thou givest sustenance, tarzuku. Tarzuku, what? And thou givest sustenance, tarzuku, man yasha abigero hisab, bigero hisab. And thou givest sustenance to whom thou pleaseth without measure. We have, I think, 3 notes to it. We have 3 notes to it: 370, 371, and 372. Yes, 3. And 372. 370 is against the causing the day to gain on the night. Let's go there. We can interpret death and living in even more senses than day and night. Death, physical, intellectual, emotional, spiritual, full stop. Life and death may also apply to collective, group, or national life, full stop. And who has ever solved the mystery of life? It's a question. But faith refers it to God's will and plan. Now we go to 372. No, 371 rather. No. I'm sorry, I left out one. I left out 370. Pardon me. 370. And that is day gaining on the night. True in many senses. True in many senses. In every 24 hours, night emerges into day and day into night. And there and there is no clear boundary between them. In every solar year, the night gains on the day after the summer solstice. Solstice is spelled Solstice after the summer solstice, and the day gains on the ninth after the winter solstice. Full stop. But further, if light and darkness are viewed as symbols of a knowledge of A, are viewed as are viewed as symbols of A, knowledge and ignorance, then B, happiness and misery, then 3, spiritual insight and spiritual blindness. God's plan or will works here too, as in the physical world, and in his hand is all good. Now let's repeat 371. We can interpret dead and living in even more in even more senses than day and night. Death, physical, intellectual, emotional, spiritual, full stop. Life and death may also apply to collective, group, or national life. And who has ever solved the mystery of life? A question. But faith refers it faith refers it to God's will and plan. Now we go to the third and last note of the sign, 727. And what is this about? Without measure, Begerel Hisab, without measure, Begerel Hisab. 372. Again, true in all the senses suggested in the two previous notes. The only external reality is God. All else has its basis and sustenance from Him, God. Let's lest our little minds create fear out of nicely calculated less or more are in inverted commas. These words are in inverted commas. So let me take it again. Lest our little minds create fear out of nicely calculated less or more, we are told at once that God's bounty is without measure or account. Hmm? If you are crying for rain, He wants to give you rain. He will give you so abundantly so that you might even complain again. Yes, that's mankind. Hmm? And that's the bounty of God. Hmm? Okay, that is all to sign 27. Let's go to sign 28. And I suppose it has one note only. Let's see. Yes, it has one note only. Sign 28. لا يتخذ المؤمنين الكافرين أولياء من دون المؤمنين. لا يتخذ المؤمنون الكافرين أو أولياء من دون المؤمنين. Let not the believers take for friends or helpers unbelievers. Hmm? rather than unbelievers, rather than believers. Sorry, I hadn't finished. Let me take it again. Let not the believers take for friends or helpers unbelievers rather than believers. If they do that, shall have no if any do that, shall have no relation left with God except by way of persecution. ومن يفعل ذلك فليس من الله في شيء إلا أن تقولوا منهم تكاتا. إلا أن تقولوا منهم تكاتا. Shall have no relation with God except by way of precaution, that ye may guard yourselves from them. إلا أن تقولوا منهم تكاتا. ويحذركم الله نفسه. ويحذركم الله نفسه. But God cautions you to fear himself. God cautions you to fear himself. ويحذركم الله نفسه وإلى الله المصير. For the final goal is to God. For the final good. For the final goal. For I said gold. And the final goal for the final goal, GOAL, is to God. Wa ila Allahi al-Masir. Note 373. And guard themselves from them. Let left with God except by way of precaution, that ye may guard yourselves from them. 373. If faith is a fundamental matter in our lives, our associations and friendships will naturally be with those who share our faith, of course. Evil communications corrupt evil manners. This is in double inverted commas, colon. An evil company may corrupt faith. In our ordinary everyday affairs of business, we are asked to seek the help of believers rather than unbelievers. Only in this way can our community be strong in organization and unity. But where there is no question of preference, or where in self-defense we have to take the assistance of those not belonging to our faith, that is permissible. Full stop. In any case, we must not weaken our brotherhood, colon. We must try to make it stronger if possible. Of course, it's good to take believers for friends. Because when it's time for prayer, the unbelievers who don't observe the 5 daily prayers continue talking and munching. And then you may have to find a way to pull out of them to go and worship God and come back. So it's better to be with believers. So when it's time for prayer, all of you go clean yourself and pray together. I don't think there is discrimination here. All right. In any case, we must not weaken our brotherhood. We must try to make it stronger if possible. And that was the note to sign 28. Let's go to sign 29. Did I do the last part? For the final goal is to God, yes. Wa ila Allah al-Masir. Let's go to sign 29. Kul in tofu ma fi sudurikum aw tubduhu ya'lamuhu Allah. Say, who should say? Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. God is warning him through the angel to say Whether ye hide tofu, what is in your heart, ma fi sudurikum, or reveal it, or tubdu, how tubduhu, or reveal it, God knows it all. Yalamuhu Allah. Mm. وَيَعْلَمُ مَا فِي السَّمَاوَاتِ وَمَا فِي الْأَرْضِ. God knows it all. He knows what is in the heavens and on the earth. مَا فِي السَّمَاوَاتِ وَمَا فِي الْأَرْضِ. وَاللَّهُ عَلَى كُلِّ شَيْءٍ قَدِيرٌ. And God has power over all things. وَاللَّهُ عَلَى كُلِّ شَيْءٍ قَدِيرٌ. And God has power over all things. No note to that. Let's go straight to Psalm 30, which has no note either. Hmm? يوم يجد يوم يجد كل نفس ما عملت من خير مهدرا وما عملت من شيء تود تود لو أن بينها وبينه. On the day when every soul will be confronted with all the good it has done, يوم يجد كل نفس ما عملت من خير مهدرا وما عملت من سوء تولوا أن بينها وبينه. On a day when every soul will be confronted with the good it has done and all the evil it has done, it will wish there were a great distance between it and its evil. Mm? Uh, Tawaddu, or tawaddu low, it would wish, tawaddu low, it would wish, tawaddu, it would wish, uh, tawaddu low and bainaha wa bainahu amadan, ba'idan. Let me take it again. Mm. Tawaddu low and bainaha wa bainahu amadan ba'idan. It would wish there were a great distance between it and its evil. Beinaha, beinaha the soul, wa beinahu and its evil. Mm. Uh, oh. ويؤذركم الله نفسه ويؤذركم الله نفسه. But God cautions you, into brackets, to fear Him. Mm? Without the bracket, it simply reads, but God cautions you, Him. Mm? But God cautions you, Him. Let's add the brackets to make more sense. And God cautions you to fear Him. Mm? Mm. يزهركم الله نفسه والله رؤوف بالعباد والله رؤوف بالعباد. And God is full of kindness to those who serve Him. And God is full of kindness to those who serve Him. Like I said before, there are no notes to this. last three, uh, last two signs. That's sign 29 and 23. I nearly said 2010. To sign 29 and 30. Mm. We shall end here because that is the end of section 3. When we come back in our next session, we shall go to section 4 to continue. Thank you very much. Bye bye. Au revoir. May God be with you all.